Okay. So the question here, can somebody be in the both spiritual path and material world and a corporate world simultaneously? Right?
What is the motivation for someone to actually?
Yeah. What is the motivation for a Jnani to work in the corporate world? Right? Or can a Jnani be in the or material world and corporate world together? And spiritual world together. Right? So this question comes from the popular myth, popular illusion about spirituality. Right? The spirituality is in a common man's perception, the spirituality associated with monks. Right? As if ordinary people cannot be spiritual. Right? That's not the approach of Vedanta. The Vedanta approach is not at all that. Right now we have impression, as somebody is spiritual means he has to leave the world, he has to go to some ashram, and he has to be completely dissatisfied with the world. Okay? That's the common view of spirituality. Look at our rishis. All rishis are householders. They are not, sometimes 1,000 children also. Okay? They are enlightened beings. And they did a good amount of research in Ayurveda, then astrology. Okay? So this whole concept of spirituality only for monks came in the later time, not during the Vedic period. Okay? So let us understand. First, let me state, right? There is no material life and spiritual life. There's only one divine life. Understand? So the life is only one. We are splitting into material life and spiritual life based on our perception. Spiritual life should be like this, material life should be like this, like that. Perception. It's not like that. Okay? And many of the teachings of spiritual masters has been corrupted or biased by their lifestyle. Okay, they have become monks. So then they'll say householder, you should not be householder, like that. But let us look at the core of spirituality. Okay, don't get biased by superficial. Essential nature of superficial spirituality life is ultimately it is inner peace. Right? The inner peace and love. This is what is spirituality. So can you find inner peace and love if you go to Himalayas? If you don't find it in Bangalore, as if it is available in abundance in Himalayas, right? It is not about outer journey. Okay, it is not about going to Himalaya or cave or ashram to find peace. It's about understanding your own nature. Okay, so now there was a challenge here in the earlier days. Earlier days, a really good Gurukula or spiritual masters were few in number, were available in some selective places. So you have to travel. Okay. But in the today's era, modern era, where information and knowledge can be shared instantly, you don't have to travel to a place to get knowledge. The knowledge can come to your fingertip. In fact, on a mobile also. So that's why I have a concept of Ghar Ghar Gurukul. Ghar Ghar Gurukul. Every house can be a Gurukul. You don't have to search for a Gurukul in Himalayas or caves. With the modern technology, why can't your house can be Gurukul? So first thing is searching for a spiritual environment somewhere is again a part of illusion. Okay. Without understanding spiritual journey is inward journey. Okay. Of course, some people may need for inward journey, may need a seclusion, may need an isolation place. That's true. But if you are able to do journey wherever you are, the inner journey is possible any point. Okay. So that's why Sri Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Karma Yoga and Sannyasa, the two aspects of life. Okay. Sannyasa means karma sannyasa. To drop all your work and go to ashram to get jnana. Whereas for householder, this is Karma Yoga is the way. Do your duty as an offering to Ishvara. Do your duty wherever you are. You don't have to go anywhere. Okay. And he says, a Karma Yogi and Sannyasi both are same. Their outward behavior is different. Lifestyle is different. A Karma Yogi, whatever activity he does as an offering to God and he gets purified. Sannyasi doesn't do any activity. and he dedicates his time on the spiritual seeking. So I was a karma yogi by birth, service. So even childhood I used to do some teaching, right? My nature is karma yoga. I don't seek any enlightenment or anything outside. There's no seeking, right? To go to any place for enlightenment, I don't have any desire. For me, wherever I am is the inner journey. Okay. So for that, I have to take care of my family. I have to earn. A monk can go for begging. But as a householder, in fact, I had a big house. My family was big. I was responsible for taking care of feeding many of my brothers, or taking care of my brothers and sisters, their education. So I had to do work. And I had to, that's my service. Right? At the same time, that didn't prevent me from going to inner journey. Outer will never stop you from inner. Inner you can do anytime, anywhere. They provide your focus is clear. So karma yoga outside, self-enquiry inside is a journey. How does it matter in corporate world or anywhere? Right? So in corporate world, there are a lot of challenges. Okay. I would say, please understand, listen carefully. Being a householder and being in corporate world, your spiritual evolution becomes much more sharper. The reason is simple. Okay. You have the ability to do inner journey. It's not outer journey. Inner journey can be done anytime. Okay. Anywhere when you inquire, who am I? You are doing inner journey. And outer world you are facing. In the corporate world, life is not easy. There'll be fighting, there'll be politics, there'll be money, right? So your inner understanding, how are you able to face life? Right? What I'm saying is your inner maturity and test of that comes simultaneously. So it's a feedback loop. You can correct yourself. Understand?
Yes.
So I would say a householder life, living in the world, at the same time doing inner journey, gives a lot of advantage. Okay. Advantage is simple. So your inner understanding, as you gets tested outside. And you can correct inside. The feedback loop is there. Imagine you become a monk. You have gone away from this place. Environment is perfect. Okay. So there is no disturbance. So how do you know you have inner peace? Assumption. Okay. I mean, they have interacted with many monks also. I have come across many monks also. So people have a glorified concept of a monk. One of the monk is my student actually. Has become my student. So he used to go for begging. Okay, a monk is when he gets food, he has to mix it. Okay, and then eat it so that he doesn't get attached to taste. He says, whenever I go and beg, householders will give me food. Then I feel, what are these householders? They are spending life in samsara. I'm a monk. Sannyasi ego will come. Understand?
Yeah.
That's one case. Then second case is, I know a monk. Okay, who has been monk, very senior monk. Right? So there used to be an ashram. When ashram where they invite children for summer camp. Okay, so there will be some people like our householders will go and teach the children some stories, some various things. So this monk has invited me for me and many others for the teaching a summer camp.
Okay.
Summer camp, 100 children were there. 7 days. So we used to go every day and teach something. Okay. Right? And imagine, I work for an office 11 hours. Then go in the night 1 hour, teach.
Yeah.
So, and joyfully spend time with children. After 7 days, the monk had gone mad, crazy. His children, they are doing like monkeys. Okay. He has no responsibility. He has only responsibility to administrate, making sure other teachers come and go. Even the children is not able to handle. Inner peace is disturbed completely. Whereas we are working in the corporate world and we are so happy and joyful, peaceful inside. Now, who is a monk? Who is this householder here? You understand?
Yeah, yes.
Right? See, all these things are social concepts are very, what I'm saying is illusory. course, it requires a clear understanding of inner journey. Otherwise, you get trapped. If you have a clear understanding of inner journey, how does it matter you're an ashram or a monk or Himalayas or cave? If you are clear about your focus, inner journey, self-inquiry, and you are clear about outer focus, service, where is the question of where is any confusion? Right? Outer journey, you will use it for your inner evolution. Inner journey, you will use it for outer performance. So any corporate situation, I was so calm and peaceful, right? And because my calmness and peaceful and my ability to think clearly, make a decision is very clear. So I rose in corporate world, right? And more I rose, more challenges will come, and more challenges, inner peace my increases. It's a complementary. Any situation is adversarial or helpful depending on how you use the situation. It's nothing to do with the situation. What motivates me to work? Because I have to take care of my family. I'm not a monk, right? I have to take care of my family, children, right? In fact, I have to take care of my larger family also. Larger family is my students. I have to take care of some of them. And I don't want to ask any money or anything fund for that. So I need to work. What is that?
So if you don't have this responsibilities, will you still be working in corporate?
For me, it doesn't make a difference. If I don't have responsibilities, will I still be working in the corporate world?
Yeah.
So here, these questions, I retired from my corporate world at the age of 54.
Yeah.
Okay. My colleagues who are working for 60, 62, I retired at 54. Reason I retired at 54, at the age of 54, I thought my working for my children and my family is sufficient. I need to draw a line. My needs are this much. For the needs, I draw a line. Then I said retire. So always you have to see what is our need. Up to the need, what is required, we have to do.
Okay.
Beyond the need is don't need to do. Beyond the need, you have to see what is a value addition you can do. So let's say I work beyond 54 years. The value addition you can do, I maybe earn some more money. Okay. But that's not a value addition for me. Because for my need for next 20, 25 years is this much only. Our needs are very minimum. So the money doesn't add a value. But I can add a value to my students' life by spending more time with the teachers. So what value I can get or what value I can use, that's my criteria. Right? If I have to retire from the corporate world and sit at home, then I would say it's not worth it. I have to add value either to myself or to somebody else. So basically, its principle is like this for me. Our life is limited. It's limited to today. Okay. Today, some 4, 5, 6 hours we need for our survival, either job or anything. Another few hours are available to you. Okay. Tomorrow is available to us, we don't know. Right? So my question today is 4, 5, 6 hours, whatever I have to work, I'll earn some money to take care of my today or tomorrow. That 5, 6 hours next I have spent should be valuable to myself, my inner journey, or it's valuable to somebody else by sharing my inner journey. Right? Ultimately, my whole day has to be valuable, either for survival or value addition to myself or value addition to somebody else. Value addition to myself is meditation. Value addition to somebody is teaching. So that way I'll make life meaningful. So after some time, this 4, 5, 6 hours of working in the corporate world will come down because you don't need any more out of the money. So then that will become value addition to either myself or somebody else. That's why I got it right. So will I be in the corporate world if I don't need the money? The answer is, it's not about not needing the money. Question is, how do I use my time valuably for myself or somebody? So for that, I have the answer. Are you clear?
I'm getting a lot of questions. I note them down.
You can ask. Is this question clear or any sub questions are there?
In this, like I have 2, 3 questions. I feel like I forget them. So I don't
Yeah. I mean, is it continuation of this or separate?
Continuation.
Okay.
Some things that you have spoken. So, this regarding the corporate job, I understood it. So it's like kind of like an analysis on what are the needs, and then based on that you like use your time.
Basically,
And
your
remaining time you kind of see how you can valuably use.
Yeah.
Is it for yourself or for others?
see initial time, right? Initial days, I was working young. Okay, I used to work for 10 to 11 hours per day in the corporate world. As youngsters, we have to work hard, right? And 6 days a week, not even 7 days. 6 days a week. So 10 to 11 hours of working. I'll come home, eat food, little bit, and meditate from 9 o'clock to 1 o'clock in the night.
Okay.
So corporate world for survival, 11 hours. 9 to 1 is my time. Okay. Then I had to travel in Bangalore, bus in the cab. In the cab, right? Cab journey is 45 minutes up and 45 minutes down. So 45 minutes up and down is for me to contemplate on scripture.
Okay.
Right? So my entire day is useful either for survival or for meditation and contemplation. Right? Are we clear?
You talked about.
So I'll just tell you. Okay. These are the initial stages. As I grew in the corporate world, and also what happens was the work which I was doing in the corporate world, for me it's a karma yoga. Not for money, not for this. I am doing a offering to God.
Okay.
So that led to inner purification, and whatever time is available for me, it's like corporate world work is for me inner purification. Chitta Shuddhi.
But your intention of working for a corporate job is still motivated by your needs.
Yes, but not focused on needs.
But
Needs
while
is
you're working, you kind of like
whatever working I'm doing, I'm not thinking I'm working for a boss. I'm working for a God as a service offering.
Okay.
And if boss shouts at me, the shout comes from God, so that I have to my inner maturity I have to increase, right? And I'm saying any opportunity, somebody shouting, I accept it calmly, because that's only testing my inner qualities.
So how is this possible? Because generally, one such example, like suppose someone besides me is talking indecently or like talking negatively always. How can I still?
So the question is, somebody in outer world constantly talks about negatively, okay, or somebody sitting near me is negative. How can we calm? It ultimately you have to understand. Nothing in the outer world can disturb you. It's the way you respond makes a difference. Understand? In the corporate world, there are people who are shouting, abusing, fighting. Politics was there. Okay. So now I should get worried that this guy doing politics, this guy is shouting. Should I be worried? Or should I say, what's happening within me? Anger, jealousy, hatred, agitation is rising. How I can be calm inside? So outer conditions, I use it as a test case to improve my inner self. So I'm not disturbed. In fact, any outer disturbance I welcome. Let it come.
Okay.
Right? Say, to be peaceful in a peaceful environment is easy. To be peaceful in a disturbed environment is difficult. So, but that's a test case for you. So, do you like you're a software engineer? Do you like a test case or you don't like a test case? Test cases are there to see your system is getting mature, right? So another way of saying, okay, I'll tell you. So I used to have, when in my office, right, gradually a group of people are building up around me who are interested in spirituality. On Saturdays, we used to have a weekend satsang in the office, Bhagavad Gita. So what happens is that if you are clear and if your lifestyle is clear, the people who are related to that will come in your life. Okay, other people will get dropped out. They will not find anything interesting in you. Understand? So gradually, people only interested in spirituality came into my life. The rest of the people started dropping out. I was not bothered. So people when speaking negative, I am very calm, very peaceful, and smile. So they can't disturb me. Right? There's no resonance. Another thing used to happen. After getting married, I used to go to I used to invite to functions, marriage functions. So marriage functions, somebody will come and ask, talk about marriages, all gossip. So I used to carry a big book of Bhagavad Gita in my hand. I'll sit one place. I'll just read Bhagavad Gita or keep Bhagavad Gita book like this. So people, what are you reading? Bhagavad Gita. All discussion going around Bhagavad Gita, nothing gossip. After some time, now all my relatives they have branded me. This guy can only talk spirituality, nothing else. Nobody talks anything about other than me that way. So ultimately, your life is your choice. How you respond, how you shape up your life is your choice. Right? Your life is not determined by outer circumstances. Your life is determined by your inner circumstances. So any outer opportunity, you have to take it as an opportunity to improve the inner. Don't get carried away by the outer. Your outer is a reflection of your inner. If your inner is becoming more and more peaceful, your outer circumstances also people such people only will come in your life. They answer your question?
This makes sense, but practically,
That's the spiritual journey. Practically is difficult. Ultimately, what is spiritual journey? Right? Anything is learning process. Okay? It's a learning process. Overnight, you will not be able to master that. But this is the journey. So outer circumstance, you have to use it as an inner evolution process. Inner evolution, you have to use in the outer.
sometimes suppose the example that I gave, monk thing, when he sees a samsari, he's like, why are samsari people still living in samsari world and samsari? For instance, when we read Vedanta, it talks about
This is a separate question or different question?
It's about this specific topic, like people.
Okay.
When you are when, suppose people who are completely into, say, in a negative lifestyle. So then sometimes when we read Vedanta, it makes me feel like why can't these people start inquiring for themselves? So
No. What is the question?
like sometimes when I come across people who live a very negative lifestyle, I kind of.
This is a different question. This question is over.
Regarding negative, how it feels.
Okay, let's stop this question and we'll take a next question. Right, Vishal? So did I answer your question so far clearly? No question, no doubts.